Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Welcome to one and all. This is Call to Guidance with your host, Yunus Kawanga. It is 5 minutes past 8 Central African time, coming to you live from Salam Media Studios in Johannesburg. And alhamdulillah, it is a beautiful Thursday evening that we have to experience listening to the show that speaks about everything and anything that has to do with dawah and community development. So today we'll be focusing more on the developmental side, especially that of the youth. Subhanallah, it is one of the points that as a Muslim we understand a lot that in Islam we need to focus a lot of efforts on the youth. But not only regarding the spiritual side, but also regarding the social ways and how they can impact in the community at large. Now, recently we've been checking in the stats essay. This will be our topic, inshallah, from 8:30 until 9 with Brother Abdul Karim Nabai, where we're focusing more on the unemployment rate of South Africa, which went up a week ago, subhanallah, and over a week ago, rather. And this has raised a lot of concerns, especially we already understand that the global unemployment rate in South Africa was high, and now it actually sits at 32.9%. And that of the youth is sitting at 45.5%. And understanding that when we speak about the youth, we're talking about people between the ages of 15 and 34. Subhanallah. Now, this is really a concerning matter because one is that when you look at the stats, just looking at the census here on the Stats SA website, is that South Africa, like many countries globally, grapples with the challenge of youth unemployment. And this is supported by statistics indicating a 45.5% unemployment rate among youth individuals. And in contrast to the national average of 32.9% in the first quarter of 2024. However, when looking at the labor market dynamics in South Africa, report for 2022, which tracks individuals over multiple quarters using annual panel data released by Statistics SA, with youth with some form of experience far surpass adults in transitioning from unemployment or inactivity into employment between quarters, with rates of 12.3% and 7.4% respectively. So that means that those are youth which are between the ages of 15 to 34 that are skilled or qualified can get jobs faster than those who are not, obviously. However, we still grapple with the difficulty of understanding that there is a big surge in that statistics. A lot of graduates are still sitting unemployed, and some are ending up in jobs which they didn't actually study for. Some have furthered their studies even to a honors or master's level, and having not to find any employment in those fields where they studied for. And unfortunately, and this is bringing a big impact on our unemployment rate, which is surging until now. And the department itself is trying to find ways of trying to ease, if you can say, in an innovative way of finding jobs or bring about jobs to people. But another issue we're facing is the issue of unemployability. Subhanallah. A few months ago, a famous radio DJ, I think, tweeted something about how the youth of South Africa are unemployable. Subhanallah. And this raised a lot of concerns amongst people in a debate regarding that statement. But if we look at it at a certain level, it does make sense that certain people do not carry the minimal skills and abilities that are required for them to be employed. However, now to start the show, let's start off with the more lighter side of the topic, which is the youth program, inshallah, which will be taking place, inshallah, this coming September on the 7th of September in Palm Ridge. And with that will be our the youth coordinator of Palm Ridge, Masjid Taqwa, Muallim Mubarak Manana. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the show.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Hazrat?
Alhamdulillah, I hope you're doing well, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm right. Alhamdulillah. All is well.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. It's always a pleasure having you on the show, especially when we're discussing matters regarding the youth, more so in the youth developmental side of it. And we see that coming up will be a program that's on the 7th of September, inshallah. And if you can just take us more into the information regarding what brought up the concern of bringing up such a program and what will be the main focus of the program, inshallah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem. First and foremost, the program itself obviously comes from the passion of dealing with the young ones, and obviously having to be close to them. It obviously gives you the opportunity of seeing the niche or seeing the need of what to groom, when to groom, and how to groom it. So youth itself, it's one thing that we cannot lose touch with, we cannot lose hope on. It needs work each and every day. So throughout the year, it's one of those things that they need to also see and feel that they are part of the community, and they are
Mm,
also recognized. So these things for me, they play a huge role in making them understand that they are also part of the movement. So they need to realize that, and so the need for this is seeing the gap between the parents and the children, or how much it is needed to mend the bridge in between. So that's actually what prompted and encouraged me to take this responsibility in having them, inshallah.
no, inshallah, most definitely. And from the previous program we had, and especially the one we had in Soweto in June, uh, always mind always has to drive us into one thing: feedback. I think feedback is one of the most important things that we can get. So, have you gotten any feedback from the previous programs into at least driving us into how we can prepare for the next one, etc.? And what would that feedback be more specifically? And what are the more stressing matters that were brought up by the youngsters, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah, I met with recently. I met with the organizer or the sponsor of the previous camp in Soweto, and we spoke about the competition that is coming. Obviously, that was part and parcel of the topics or the items that was required by the kids themselves. That they will be having a Quran competition. The local Quran, how to read Quran and those kind of things
Mm,
in relationship with their Quran. So that's one that is upcoming, inshallah, towards December, I think, inshallah. And the camp also is coming, inshallah, another camp from Qatar Islam, and in collaboration with Al Tawheed. So in that, these are the things that are upcoming. Obviously, they will be including what was asked and requested by those who partook on the camp itself, inshallah.
no, most definitely, mashallah. Again, it's a very important point to stress that whenever we're having any programs, we do get feedback from people so that at least we know if we are going right or if there's something that needs to be fixed. And I believe, mashallah,
Yeah.
the Jama'ah in Palm Ridge always does take these points very seriously, especially working closely with the youngsters, including yourself. Hafizab, and especially stressing on the points of interaction. You actually started off with mentioning about the bridging the gap between the youngsters and the adults, and that I feel that has been one of the most stressing point of dealing with our younger students in terms of they do not have a connection with the parents. And obviously we need to go deeper into this discussion. We'll be going on break right now, inshallah, for inshallah short break. But however, I just wanted to stress again on the point that we find that there's been a very big gap of interaction or connection rather with the parents and the youngsters and the boys and the girls all together, but more so with the boys, because there's certain questions you hear in class which are more personal questions that you can ask yourself. Obviously, that how is it that he's feeling more comfortable with asking me those questions, but doesn't really have a sense of comfortability asking the father
Yeah,
such questions. So I believe those are the things that inshallah we will discuss more and try to get around, inshallah, especially in this modern day and time. We really need that family structure to be strengthened. And unfortunately, we see everywhere you go for social media, whatever, that the one thing they're trying to break is the value of family, inshallah. Right, so quickly, let's take a quick break, inshallah. And when we return, we'll be discussing more deeper into this and getting more details about the program itself, which is on the 7th of September, inshallah, in Palm Ridge, inshallah. Stay tuned.
Searching for elite local and international investment and advisory services from an award-winning firm? Look no further than the Belmont Mayer Group, your gateway to unparalleled investment and wealth management. At Belmont Mayer, we believe in the art of wealth creation, a meticulous process fueled by our unwavering commitment to excellence. With a focus on providing elite alternative investments and quality advice, we also pride ourselves on maximizing value for our esteemed investors, as seen through our consistent outperformance. Your financial success is our top priority. Join us at Belmont Mayer and experience the difference firsthand. Ready to embark on a journey of greatness? Contact us today. Reach out to the Belmont Mayer Group on 078 786 1698. Call or WhatsApp or email us at info@belmontmayer.com. Elevate your financial future with Belmont Mayer, where every detail matters.
Send food and send kindness to those who have lost their homes and have been plunged into poverty. For those who are a meal away from starvation, a food parcel means an entire family can eat this Ramadan. That's the power of food. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
You know, it's a wonder how kids get anything done these days. With all the distractions, when do they even get time to study? As a mother, all I can really do is make sure they have all they need to perform at their best. That's why I choose to include Sunfoil, triple refined pure sunflower oil with every meal I make. Naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether I'm cooking, frying, or baking, I know every dish will be a wholesome one. Sunfoil, now we're cooking.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists, with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
Valley's Motor Spares. We supply motor spares and accessories for all makes and models of motor cars, LDVs, bakkies, trucks, and earth-moving equipment. We deliver on time, every time. Please contact us via WhatsApp on 014-592-0925 or call 014-592-0925 or visit 28 Zenderling Street, Rustenburg. Remember the name, Valley's Motor Spares.
Are you planning a wedding, birthday party, corporate event, or any special occasion? Kani's Catering Services got you covered. Our catering services are here to elevate your event to unforgettable heights. From tantalizing appetizers to mouth-watering main courses and desserts, our culinary creations are crafted with passion and precision to delight your guests' taste buds. Our spit braai is a talk of the town. Indulge in succulent, tender meats, slow roasted to perfection over an open flame. Kani's Catering Services chefs bring creativity and expertise to every dish they prepare, ensuring that each bite is a culinary masterpiece. We take care of your guests while you relax and enjoy every moment of your function. Whether it's plated meals to a simple buffet, we are on top of it all. Ready to start planning your perfect event? Get in touch with us today to discuss your catering needs and request a personalized quote. Let us take your event to the next level with our exceptional catering services. Kani's Catering Services, situated at number 373 Jabund Lovo Street, Pietermaritzburg. Call now 033 342 3511 or email us on info@kanis.co.za for Pietermaritzburg and surrounding areas only. Visit www.kanis.co.za.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media, your humanitarian broadcaster.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Welcome back to all. So we're discussing the youth program which is going to take place, inshallah, in Palm Ridge. And as we can see, it is the Youth of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam program, Bridging the Gap. Subhanallah, very good title. And I believe we already touched into it before going for a break. And inshallah, we can go deeper into that discussion of what seems to be between the youngsters and having to connect with the adults, more specifically the parents or guardians, those who are in their vicinities. Now, from your interaction, Mosab, before with the youngsters and asking this question, what seems to be the matter where they cannot relate with them, inshallah?
Mulasap, when you're in class, you're teaching the kids, né? You realize that the questions that they're asking you, these are the questions that they're not really comfortable at home to ask. Never mind the type of the question they're asking, but for the fact that they cannot find a way. If you can go to the Quran and remember the story of Yusuf alayhi salatu salam, when he had a dream, he went to the father and he shared the dream. To the son, it may be a dream, maybe an interesting dream, but to a father, it's something big. It's something big for the fact that he's going to be something great. But it's something big that the son came to him first before each and everything, So for me, it's always been a concern that they are asking me, of which it is good, they will start in class. But it's on the back of my mind, I'm asking myself that do they have this conversation at home? Recently one student asked me that, Moulana, I've been having a feeling of wanting to get married. Leave the fact that he's young, but for the fact that he's taking the issue and bringing it to you, why is difficult for the child to take it at home also? It's not haram, it's not disrespect. So for me, it's that concern that it means there is that gap. If children they find comfortable space or find it very easy for them to interact with the ustad, it should be the concern of the ustad that are they interacting with the parents at home with the same or different topics or anything for that matter. So if the child will resort to share with friends or share with the ustad or share with whomsoever, then it means you're not opening the gate for him. You're not not allowing him to be. You're not trying to go to his world to see what is lacking between you and the child. So it's their concern for me.
Subhanallah. That actually should get us to think as parents more so to ponder as to how should we interact with the children more, especially at home. Because I believe, these days, unfortunately, due to circumstances such as the need to work, etc., that we don't actually make time for the children, especially when they get older, like become baligh, etc., and get older. It seems like we do not make time for them. We spend little time with them because most of the times on weekends they also are out with their friends.
Yes,
Even
yes.
with my students, the same thing. When I ask them about their weekends, they'll tell you that no, they spend a weekend with their friends, they spend the weekend doing this, doing that, going out.
Mhm.
But none would actually, or a few of them rather, would actually say they will spend the time with their family, doing something with the family. And
And
it begs, nah,
if you can notice, it has become that boss and an employee that my son do this, my son do that. It's never a conversation. It's that one strict kind of a thing that it's only a father to a son. It's not from a son to a father also, or to the mother. Those kind of things.
subhanallah. Really, there's a lot actually we need to do. Like subhanallah, as you're talking, I'm just thinking to myself. I also have a boy. He's 11, and I'm thinking to myself like, what can I do with him to bridge that gap between us, and so that the time comes when he needs to ask questions about we all understand about sexuality, etc. And
Yes,
it's
yes,
easier for me to explain to him rather than him waiting for the school or somewhere else to explain to him. And especially now with the new bylaws that have in place about
Allah.
sex ed, etc., it becomes another hurdle, subhanallah, that we're going to go through. Now, regarding the program itself, inshallah, in more perspective, what can people inshallah anticipate to get from this upcoming program, inshallah, especially the youngsters? And is it open to other people from outside of Palm Ridge, or is it only for the Palm Ridge residents, inshallah?
So, well, the program, I I hope the way it's structured, that it will obviously, as the title itself, bridging the gap, that it will address the parents themselves on how they should, be part of their lives, the part of their children's life in those kind of things. And then the
Mm,
second part is the children understanding the responsibility in making sure that they strive in being part of the family rather than being, being a visitor. You only
mm,
coming back to sleep and those kind of things. That's
right.
the message for the young ones. And yes, the program is open to everyone, and we're trying to target the neighboring locations: Katlehong, Fosloras, Eden Park, around Palm Ridge itself.
Mm,
So Alhamdulillah, they've been the Musallis, they volunteered to take the brothers who stay a little bit further for their transport and safety at night. Inshallah, Alhamdulillah, that is sorted. So the program itself, it's catering mostly for kids, but we will appreciate if the community itself is going to be taking part and showing the support to the children. There's one thing that I always tell the Musallis, that it is not the duty of the Moulana or the Imam to call the children when they're playing soccer. It is also a
mm,
duty of the Musalli himself. When he sees that they're playing soccer, Azan is going, he must chase them out. He must show them that I want good for you also, not that only your parents. Yes,
mm,
the child is born from one house, but it takes the whole community to raise him.
100%.
So another message that needs to be part of from the program to the community itself. That's what I'm looking forward to, inshallah.
No, most definitely, inshallah. And we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it successful. And most importantly, if it means that one person, inshallah, gets hidayah through these type of programs, then it's enough. It's not about the quantity, but rather the quality of it. And Mausabu will agree with me also in saying that the most important point here also is to pass the message on, so that at least we can find that sense of community coming back again, inshallah. And what would be the, inshallah, the closing comments, or rather your encouragement to other communities who are facing the same plight with the youth, and how can they manage to have programs and shows so that the youth, inshallah, can be in touch with the masjid and the adults in the masjid community, inshallah?
Um, my closing statement would be from the qissa of Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he was about to deliver a sermon, and he noticed that there's a youngster who is not around, who's not part of the majma. So he asked, "And where is this young boy?" And the unfortunate part, the young boy was sick. Um, so he made it a point that this majma, you all have the hidayah to come here, alhamdulillah. But that one boy, he needs to be here also. So he stopped the whole congregation and he went in and went to check for that boy. So likewise, I wish that wherever in this world, part of South Africa or around the world, let it be the concern of each and every elderly person to the child, whether he's your child or not. If you are a father, let it be that you are a father for the community. Let it be that if you are an Amir, you are an Amir for the community. And Imam, you're not only Imam in Fajr, Asr, Dhuhr, you're also the Imam of the community or anything that you see. If you see the child is losing it, if the child is going astray a little bit, bring him back, make him your friend. Let it be your concern that you're not only shouting him, but you also want him to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the concern of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he was very happy when he realized that his son knew the answer when he was sitting with the elite, if I may put it that way, of the Sahaba. And he said, "Why didn't you respond to the question of Rasulullah?" Sallallahu alaihi wasallam?" Says, "I was showing respect." But the point highlighted is that Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he took his son to the majma. So that means also we need to draw the proximity of our children to our, to our dini acts. Then we bring them to the mashura, the after Fajr mashura. Obviously, it has to start with them waking up for Fajr. Let us work in our children, because of they will have to take the torch after us, inshallah. So those are my parting words. Let us show love and make sure that we give to them as much as those who gave to us, inshallah.
No, inshallah, most definitely. Jazakumullah khaira once again to Moulana Mubarak, Manana, and the Palm Ridge community, which is always a heart of activity in the eastern side, subhanallah, and always welcoming, mashallah. And we actually hope people, inshallah, are going to come through and bless the event with your presence. And most importantly, the beautiful thing Sab also spoke about, imitation is another beautiful virtue of a Muslim. So if you want to have such the same program and want to know how to run it, you can contact Moulana Mubarak on 065 904 6857 for more information, inshallah, regarding the program itself and inshallah regarding tips for upcoming programs and how you can also have the same in your own community, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan wasab, and really appreciate having you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a success and take it from strength to strength and the whole community at large and bring back the beauty of Islam from there and spread it all around, inshallah. Ameen.
Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.
Barakallah. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Then, inshallah, we'll be taking a break quickly before we step into the next segment where we'll be speaking and discussing, rather, the unemployment rate of South Africa, which I started off with. But more details, joining me on this will be my brother and friend, an analyst of politics and more other things, but most importantly, a person that has passion for the future. He's upcoming, inshallah, farmer himself, inshallah, and we'll learn from it and learn from him, Abdul Karim Napai, all the way from the motherland, Pretoria, inshallah ta'ala. So stay tuned and meet us back, inshallah, after the break.